As you start doing social engineering attacks, one thing that you may need to do is to set up rogue servers. So let's say I wanted to attack somebody at Was Here Consulting. So I've got the domain name and the web address here. Now, what I may want to do in order to do a social engineering attack is I may actually want to go register a different domain that sort of looks like that. So one way of doing that may be to do something like trying to register this particular domain name, and in that case, it's actually not available. So I may need to go get a little bit more creative. So I could do something like this, for example. So that one appears to be available. So I could register www.ashere.com, and then I could set up a DNS entry for www.ashere.com. Now, I'm not going to worry so much about people typing this in and realizing that it's not quite right, because I'm going to send them links. And it's going to look just enough right that it may not register with them, because people don't pay a lot of attention generally, which is one of the reasons why social engineering attacks actually work. So I could register this domain here with the extra W and just move the dot over. So it still looks like www.washere.com or www.washere.com. And the dot's just misplaced. And to most people, that may not register at all. So I could actually set up a server that was pointed to by the DNS entry for this particular host name here, and then I could use that and replicate what the website looks like, and I could do things like I could actually save this whole page, and I could actually save it here as index.html, and that makes it really easy, because once I go in here, it's going to keep all of the references available, and I could make it even more specific here. So what I want to do is take a look at the index page here. Now I've got all of the HTML, and you can see here that I've got some image files. This is really easy to fix. And then I don't have to save the images. I'm just going to reference them directly on the site. So if I do that, and then the same thing to this image here, so that fixes the images, and if there were a cascading style sheet, I could fix that as well. So any place where there's a reference to something on the site, all I have to do is insert the link to the real site and just pull the images in the cascading style sheet and whatever other resources are actually stored on the real site. I can pull them down, and all I have to do is store the HTML on my rogue server. And then it really looks like they're going to your site. And then all you've got to do is you've got to create a script that's going to get data from them. So if you want their credit card number or the social security number or something, you may have a contact form or something like that, and you could replicate that very easily by saving the page source and then just doing some minor alterations in order to get all of the images and everything exactly the way that it is on the real site. So that's how you might do a rogue server in order to extract information from people using a social engineering attack.